Hodwa yensa ka no mejebre na donhwere baako entemede eso mo sanywe no nsia kase eba wo CTV Ghana's #1 eso kaise kase ebo no yestumi live on Facebook and so at my CTV GH follower na wa like Facebook pian share no so e de ama obi na wono so enya bi ahwensema hodwa bede eso mo de nhwe ni a ebedi akotene e wo kase ebo ni mu ebi Ghana Man's Excellency John Dramani Mahama Eda Tujase Abaino had 1 billion Ghana cedis ko share bambo ejumanu emu. 2022 trained teachers abeto Jase Abaino Ed womo eka ne senti omako bodompem ewo asoya wo hye enwumesua SMS so womo atena ekasiem anase headquarters. Wojadie eni sikasem kasiebo emono TCL wamo ahosti West Africa Regional Lunch jumedie bi ewo nkrampumpu ne mantem ha sei nanwada wakasiebo imono yedo ebeko nkrofo kro eni nkrofo amai eso na yenyina yenim se US minor ede wo ho akoji Israel eni Iran wamo ekono emu wenam so ama South Africa mampeni wakasa ede afa ho na ensembei ena wo kakasiebo imo yede besomo Ensamno ebika we ho ena magibramde eso mo se enwumenu nsia kase ebo wo CTV Ghana's #1 eso manye no akin ene medin enwumrei mene osomfo memo Say na meka we say nyume no nsia kase ebo ena we nugu so a wo share we CTV Ghana's #1 so no follow ye e wo Facebook and so at my CTV GH like ya na we pian share so e de ama obi na wono so enya bi ahwe afa ye nsem no asese na se be ye na bambo ho nsem e be fa ne ntemapa efra na wo man na kasa etumi akona ni monti no mampeni John Dramani Mahama e de atodwa e kyerese abai no e de 1 billion Ghana cedis e ko share bambo ejumanu emu.
Difficult circumstances, and we've actually been discussing with the Minister of Interior how we can retool your services so that you have the equipment and logistics to be able to do your work. And so we had a National Security Council meeting this afternoon, and I managed to squeeze the Minister of Finance hand behind his back, and we'll get a budget of 1 billion cedis for retooling of your various services. Fire service needs fire equipment urgently, and I don't, let me say, I empathize with my sister here. When the fire service arrives late, people get angry, but they just don't have the fire tenders. The last set of fire tenders were bought almost 9 years, 10 years ago from Professor Mills's time. There's not been a retooling. Most of those tenders are broken down. So I urge the public to be patient with our fire officers. They are working under difficult circumstances. And so one of the priorities will be to get some new fire tenders for you. Yeah. The police have to confront armed robbers every day, and you don't expect them to do it in light-skinned vehicles. The armed robbers are well armed with AK-47s, they fire back at them, and so getting them armored-plated vehicles for their patrol, highway patrols and things is also something that we'll look at. Immigration, prisons, they don't have mobility. Most of the vehicles you have are 10 years old, broken down, and so we'll consider getting some vehicles for you so that you increase the mobility of your officers. And so we'll help you, we'll tool you. You have a mandate to look after us, but we must help you to look after us. And so I can assure you that getting equipment and logistics for you to do your work will be one of our priorities. And so thank you very much for this contribution. I'm sure it won't be the last. We might make it a yearly ritual. So we've accepted this, but as they say, like Oliver Twist, we will come back begging for more. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Senior officers were free agencies Mako Duba Kuma Wominano Eshe Interior Ministry Nasiana Kawanwa Bomo and so Edisikaya some Ghana City in the 1 million Ghana citizen Edi Akoshe a Ghana Medical Trust Fund no emo na agencies Mako Makwana Sadodwa Wamo Esha Sieno Ebi Eye Ghana National Fire Service, Ghana Police Service, Ghana Prison Service, National Disaster Management Organizations any agencies Ahodwa Ekahon.
Called by ministers to create awareness about the importance of this contribution towards the Mahama care. And we, at our various meetings, we met at our senior level and all the senior officers to the care. And then just because we feel that really a large number of our people in the country really need health care. Those of us in the security services, we are fortunate that when we are not well, the government is there to take care of us. But there are people over there who have nobody to take care of them. So, President, with your this good initiative, we feel that it is better that we also support. And the support we are giving is just the beginning of many other supports to follow. So starting from the police have contributed 580,000 Ghana cedis. Immigration 100,000, fire 50,000, NADMO NIA 50,000, gaming institution gaming is 50,000, and then we have the refugee 5,000, Peace Council 5,000. The Minister of the Interior contributed 50,000. The Deputy Minister of Interior contributed 30,000. And then the Small Arms Commission, they also contributed 10,000. So in all, we have 1,002,000 being the total contribution. Thank you very much, sir.
Abaino Edinkan Abamani se 1st July Debia Yebeyi Edesi ho na yede abompaye na yasan so ede ada onyame ase wenam so mensa yade se wa endorse sada yi.
Yeah. So I think that we give thanks to God together as a nation, and then bring our heart together, unite even more close, unite in prayer. That we encourage all our churches and our faith groups to join. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the answer to every situation. So we want to thank you so much for coming to us. Initially, we thought that the committee didn't have an Anglican, but then I see we have an Anglican. So I'm excited about it. But we want to pray that we all work towards unity in terms of faith, unity in terms of hope and prayer. And I think that the key for me, the key plus in this whole initiative is that, the spiritual world emanates from the physical world. All the spirits and the demons and wherever they are in town who know that we have gone to hold God's leg, and so they will leave us alone. And then we will begin to experience, because it's true, and that's what scripture says, the attitude as this one, and when the attitude is so we begin to do things in prayer here, it speaks volumes. And then in the spiritual world, we will have favor, we will have progress. And Ghana, who used to be the beacon in Africa, will regain our status. In fact, it's good to know that even now our city is beginning
Yentwa ensem no so na yenko yenimom na Right Reverend Dr. Opare Kwache eda de srede eto aban no enimo se nkura hodo ye wo mai Ghana mu a enkame ayese na nsente monument me ho ase kakra ama no hom no so e wo hono mo no wo sra aban no se aban no emfa na esi fomo na onye bibi emfa we sane se yakase no samia ne bi wo ho a apomude ho nsem enhyeda nkoso ye enwomasua ho nsem so enhyeda nkoso anso ena sorry mpo entumi emie papa ne we have
had meetings, several meetings with the leadership of the region, the Regional Security Council, RECSEC. We have had some meetings with some very significant people, and we have been assured. But indeed, this is not the first time we have been assured. And you see, you have a school where children come from all over the country to study, and suddenly they are in trouble. Recently, I think that was somewhere last week, the president gave an order that military people should give company to all people who travel the Boku Road. It tells you that the problem has not been solved. We need to nip the problem in the bud. We need to deal with it at its roots. If we're able to deal with it at its roots, then we'll stop these cosmetic ideas of children going to school and they go back to the school a few weeks after they have to go back. The last time, you remember that the Presbyterian Nursing Training College, they were going to school when gunshots were fired into the bus. Now, next time, how do I ask children, young people, to go back to the same school? It's my school. I cannot assure them of security. My own security I can't assure. So it's a problem. But I'm confident that if our national leaders, the police, the army, and everybody, and even the traditional leaders of the two ethnic groups will sit down and work together, there will be peace.
And you might not see a Cassiebo and I will go so I will share it with CTV Ghana's #1 so no follow ye our Facebook and also at my CTVGH like ya now we pian share so e ma will be na ono so enye bi after ensem no so na yenko anymore ewo ensem foforo emu na oswafa be de che ya wo hwe nsase ene oboade ne paso e won monyamfo Suleiman Yusufu na wode atodwa bo amane se e betu galamse ase e wo man ne mu no na kire se wo ma so ye ne nkwa no entumi enye ne se hutu obehia se stakeholders ahodo ene Ghana fo nyina ebeka wo ho abomu aboa ahwe etumi etu galamse ase wo man ne mu.
Collective action. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to say the objectives of the Tree for Life Restoration Initiative. 1. Raise awareness of the importance of tree planting and environmental conservation. And that is what I've just demonstrated before the start of my speech. That even if you want to breathe and breathe well, we have to plant trees. We also intend to enhance biodiversity by promoting ecosystem restoration. We intend to contribute to combating climate change and mitigate its adverse impacts. We intend to roll out, and we have started, the Blue for Water initiative to restore polluted water bodies to their original states. We also intend to promote sustainable livelihoods by creating green jobs in agroforestry, ecotourism, fish farming, and apiculture. We intend to integrate urban greening by planting trees in cities as well. And then lastly, to instill in our children and the youth the value and culture of tree planting and nurturing, as well as environmental stewardship. And for your information, I decided to do the tree planting in my constituency, in the Border and Boy constituency. And as I speak to you, I can announce to you that I have formed Tree for Life Club at the school. So the secondary school now have the Tree for Life Club. And they're doing well. As I spoke to you yesterday, over 200 students have voluntarily joined the association. And I encourage all of you who can help us in that direction to do it. In your organizations, in your banks, you can have such clubs. Ladies and gentlemen, the initiative includes 6 major tree planting components. And these are amenity planting, modified tongue system, enrichment planting, reclamation of degraded mined out areas, incorporation of trees within farms.
Yentwa ensem so na yenko enemu na ga Paramount 2 jase eda de srede to Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs enemu se ahinsie humansotwe ya eda National House of Chiefs ene Gan State ntemo no enkamia se achedo do ne senti no empanifo enform na ensi form na enemonibu ya no wonye bibi emfa ho.
This resulted in Ni Adamala II applying to the High Court, Kumasi, for a mandamus to compel the National House of Chiefs to restore its name in the National Register of Chiefs as the Gan Manche. The High Court, Kumasi, rightfully ordered accordingly after hearing all the parties, and subsequently on 12 June 2025, the Court of Appeal unanimously affirmed the decision of the High Court and accordingly dismissed the appeal mounted by both National House of Chiefs and the interested party. From the above stated facts, we beg to ask the following questions. 1. Is the President of the National House of Chiefs, as the head referee of such institution, right to appeal to the Supreme Court? 2. Is the decision to appeal a collective decision of the whole House or a body? We believe that the National House of Chiefs is made up of well-established lawyers and judges who believe in the rule of law and will stand up to be counted, and we graciously appeal to them for the withdrawal of the process from both the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court.
We however want to state that we are the mothers of the state and we take care of both the fathers and the children. Therefore, this alarming development falls directly on our doorsteps. If there should be any trouble, mayhem, fight and harm, it is the mothers and our children who will suffer most. When the men fight, we lose our husbands and our children lose their fathers. We are calling on the youth are being used to insult our rulers on the social media platforms to bring this to an end immediately. We are calling on the security agencies of the state to step up as soon as possible to neutralize the growing tensions in Gamashi, as the environment has become volatile and anything can happen at any time if the situation isn't brought under control. We have looked up to our Manche men to resolve these issues that have been going on for years, even before some of the current chiefs and queen mothers were installed. However, here we are sitting, still battling. It is clear there is no other way than for the rule of law to be respected and allow justice to take its place. Every faction claims to have a case, so let each faction make its case and let's have peace and justice in Gan once and for all.
Yentwa ensem no so ewo ensem fufro emum na 2022 trained teachers awamo every College of Education ebu efu won huye papa wamo semtenten ne tie wonyina ene se be bosom edunie aban no entu awamo eka ne se wontia ka se ne dey no wamo akobo wamo ho ano ewo Ghana Education Service wamo headquarters ya wode wamo hawo akoto wamo anim.
Initially, we were told that startup IDs were released in batches. So when the first one came, those who were fortunate had their names captured, and those of us who didn't were still waiting patiently. Along the line, in January, there was a letter that circulated all over the country that personnel who are not on payroll should have their appointment revoked. We also know very well that from colleges of education, we have automatic posting. And so we were quite confused as to whether we were part or not. Fine. It was later recalled that we should go back to our regional offices for revalidation, of which we did that. Then, in the course of that, another set of staff IDs were released. we were so patient enough, knowing very well that the staff IDs are released in batches. From January, February, March, another batch was released. Then we saw that no, where the thing is heading towards is becoming unusual. So we started raising questions and then trying to find out why there is this delay in the release of the staff IDs. So we decided, like I said, we were contacting our district offices, our regional offices, and then they were still giving the same reasons that staff IDs are generated in batches. For how long should we wait? We've been waiting. Just last month, another set. I mean, in my region, I'm coming from Central Region as I speak now, and in my region, some were released. Still, some of us still couldn't find our names in the list. And so this time around, we thought it wise that no, we need to seek answers to it. If you could remember, a couple of months ago, we were here on the same agenda, and then they promised that yes, they are working on it, But unfortunately, they gave us some reasons that we think does not tally with the reason why we are not getting the staff IDs.
And what are the reasons?
In that we were told that the clearance that was issued before our posting had expired, and so they are seeking for clearance extension from the Finance Ministry to ensure that our staff IDs are released. But then we also don't understand when the clearance became the foundation for which staff IDs should be generated. When you go there, when you go to the offices, they keep telling you the same thing. When you come here, now you got to a time, some of us came here individually, and then we were told that the staff IDs are supposed to be generated from the regionals. Initially, the regional offices were telling us that the staff IDs should be generated from the headquarters. When you come here, they will also bounce you back to the regional office to tell you that the staff IDs should be generated from the regional office. All that we want to say is that as it stands now, we are in the 10th month, our staff IDs have not been generated. Across the country, we are 784 without staff IDs, and nobody is telling us the truth. We feel like they've been lying to us. That is right. Yes, they've been lying to us, and then there is no formal communication to tell us that okay, wait until this time or this time you get your staff IDs anytime when you come.
And you may not see a Cassiebo and I will go so I will share it with CTV Ghana's #1 so no follow ye our Facebook and also at my CTVGH like ya now we pian share so ediama will be na one also any be a share my way so na your home Cassiebo do so too ye basisia.
It's another day to stay on point. Toast is fried, it's still on point. Watch is Friday all day long. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Watch is bread, it's still on point. For your bread, it's still creamy. On point. For your toast, it's still on point. It's yummy, delicious. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. Still on point, yes, it's still on point. It's still on point. For your toast.
Fortune Spread, delicious, creamy, and always on point. This advert is FDA approved.
Alive soap, alive soap, alive soap.
Just like how water refreshes you on a hot sunny day, it takes a refreshing bath with Alive soap to feel its pleasant fragrances.
The soap I want and need at the end of every day.
Leaving
nsia kase bo e na wenugu so a wo share with CTV Ghana's #1 so no follow yen e wo Facebook ne so @myctvgh like ya na we pia share ne so e de ama wonua na wono so enye bi ahwe nto ansem ne so na ye kwenda so a e wo enwumasua ensem emu na wo twetwe mu no e na BC adesuafo no e tworo ensohwe no ewie ye we abeka ho bi ama ho central mra shebedwani woni monyamfo Richmond Edem waka mofre nyina bomo e de apomudina nta hye so e de ama wo mo asanso fa akonya no so a hye wo mo bo se abrebia no ho se obeboa wo mo no asanso atenetene wo mo.
I would say they're taking good care of themselves. The road they have covered is shorter than the one that is ahead of them. And I want to urge parents to also take keen interest in their welfare. They should keep an eagle eye on their children. Daily, they should do assessment of where their children go each day. When it comes to drug abuse, you can't select friends for your child. But all we can do is to advise them to take good friends. Friends that will add value to them and not friends that will take from them. Therefore, they should endeavor to take good friends and listen to good advice so that they can become better citizens for tomorrow. Because when you get into drug, you will destroy your future. And when you destroy your future, the prisons will be your next home, which is not the best for our country. Maybe there is something in you that you can offer to this country, but once you get entangled in that web, you can't go out and offer that thing again. So I want to urge the graduates, the BEC graduates, to take good care of themselves and always do a rational analysis of any decision they take before taking it, so that it will inure to their benefit and inure to the benefit of the constituency as well as the country.
Yentwa ensem so na yenkwa enimom na Gonja Land Youth Association ebo amane anase wadade sredempo eto eye posi sahene tetayo huno ene eye bambo adwuma yeko ne mo senka ma ese bambo honsem aye boachi bidi ewo Gonja asase eso ne center de srede ena wade to wo ne mo se wo mete eye security post anase bambo bia bi ewo eye jakpa ahemfio esase hono mo ena wo mo hene etie se beye na bambo honsem ebetumi anymore.
This region had intended to meet the security officers around.
Mwana mkotu na bechara sana mbio tu basu ndo asawola na eshinko bani asawola so
the head of security
basu ndo ku ani alonga mission but asa mbio tu na
will still be coming.
Abakade mbutu
But since you are here,
bakaba ofia bare
I wish to introduce myself to you. And then among the things we would have discussed with you, I just want to mention one of them. About the security of our king, the security of our king. We have not interacted, but we have made certain observations. Last Saturday, the president was here. And we're wondering why there's no security post at the palace. We asked him. Bishop President. We asked the president.
The Bishop President.
And he was as surprised as we were. If it happens that we wake up and we don't see, may God forbid, we don't see our king, who do we ask? So I want you to think about it. You start working it out with your counterparts. This is the seat of power for Gonja Land.
Se beye na Cape Coast ebe fa ne ntamapa efra na empuntuo aba Cape Coast ene ne importe montino Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly na ka wo ho abomo hapa odwumade bi ho entoma ya wo kira se emfie wotwe ye da eni mo na chese wo mo ede nhyepa ebegu akwamo ama Cape Coast etumi afa ne ntamapa efra na odwumade no ase no mayor ema Cape Coast no monyamfo George Justice Arthur eba dwumade no ase bi enya ne nko a na na matra nkonwa ene stakeholders ahodo ene ba dwumade no ase bi.
For everybody to hear the thing about the Cape Coast improvement of this town. We haven't gone into detail, but we have to add to what is 8 years already when traveling through the country to the north, southwest. There were so many unfinished projects. Now, this is an 8-year program. And don't all of us lose the fact that we have two parties, prominent parties in this country. Assuming we decide on a project and we are unable to finish at the end of the term of this are we making provision for that program to be continued, or assuming another party comes into power, they will abandon it and also start their program? That is something we have to seriously look at. Are we looking at the people of Cape Coast, their involvement, especially the discipline of the people? If we finish all this, however grand it is, and the people who are to implement whatever we decide on are not that disciplined, we would have wasted our time. People, we really have to work on the discipline. Otherwise, we'll be wasting our time.
Abeto dwase awofo awowo enkura hodo a yeto from agudie no wamani enta enko womofra anase womma ehon wenam so ama berima pobi asumani ya otoso biensa ya woyo hene emache bi akwadum ede adesrede eto awofo eni moose abrebia no wamamma enwumasua enya womahiade kane
na akwadum chebi akwadum de ene da edikan ya me se yedi ohum kombefo abenwan afi mafia midini enu nti debia me kama asem se kai me mra meti ase emra me ohen meti ase se wan kai me a sabeta frache sika e kasika ne den sika ne se sabeta frache wanim ebi beso afoforo so na ye beboa omo ni bie na wo hwe na dwumede a mimi obi a ekranfo mo browafo ne nkwalada makoma so pa enti lebota ye ni ane se ochesu nyame ebecha maso me so amenye bi so aso afofo so enti se wo hwe ya ena hum dai ye sha se fiti nura ena edi ohum na besi na ya amane ne amamre nanso amane ne amamre na chi no na ye se ye kan nkwala bi a omo so sebe omo asetirem ena omo tibie munye ebi ni se den ina so hwe nkola ya na meyo omumwe ya ebi school atare kura hwe atete ebi mpabo akura sebe emu hye chalo te na diko school nnemre mu ani bia ben iti na eyara wosem se ohempon te sebe na osoro adi kuro chebi akwaduma shamensa na nyame se memfa kuro nkobo sha asase so.
As we are implementing and we are focusing on it, things are going to change because their reading ability, their understanding ability is going to help. We realize that the challenge is that most of them are not able to read and understand the questions that comes. So with this particular intervention, it's helping boost that. Then again, on our own part, we have also adopted certain measures that
such that when school closes, we engage the learners. We engage the learners so that we'll be able to give them extra tuition. That is going to help them. With this, we gather children that are the learners who are low performing, and then we try to boost their ability by helping them with extra tuition. Yes, this is
Ghana Water Company Limited Ebama yese ni pebi enam kotikwan so e de aye illegal connection yaka say no wo use ensure omu fie ahodom na so enya de se wetu yaka e de ama obia wenam so ama wo the operations no kwa share so e wo cantonment wo ko ya no na chese wo ko apartment bi ya ye frɛ no Adwoa Wangara apartment ye no no e wo cantonment wo kire mu a e free say ye si apartment ye be si ne enya de se wo mo etua eye nsuo boa na se nsuo campo ede ama wobia na communications manager Emma Accra East Region eye berima bane woni ensamshofo ekasai
omo Ghana Water Company is bi wo no a ebe pa ebu se nipa asomasi ana obenten enye boho no oyusu na emum oyusu eye Ghana Water Company nsuo enche bia eye na wotwe mu a yenya ntie se hotel bi no apartment bi I friend Adwoa Wangara apartment I work cantonments a Benso clinic omu use Ghana Water Company nsuo and so for years me bank ha chepa me tendada so omu use water company nsuo for years over 10 years omu use nsuo no abra omu tua sempo a fa omu ni water bill mpo nsuo kwache won enche bia so Madina eye baby e from Powerland wo de kwa agbogbo akwan so no papa bi nso wo ho no mo a ono so wo 3 lines ba ko pe na meter boso menu na kan de eye free na wo ton ma amanfo e wo tanks mu sa trucks ya politans gugugu e kire a mo ye am yes tanker drivers cramp so be ko ha ko bunsu ko mo hydrant menu e wo fie ho no mo o mo se yokokochi won enti no kwasem ni ade a illegal connection e boy papa millions of Ghana cedis every month bi ani lose because enam illegal connection ti in the sabre Accra East Region yem panyini e freno engineer Richard Apia Otu wota echi den a ye tu illegal connection for so sa the Ghana Water Company staff ana adwumayini bia wonim se why illegal connection ye man ye friend say e kwan se bra why illegal connection bra na beka amnesty into ba na amnesty wo beka nko ade a ye do bone becho na ya regularize sa connection no ni nyina ti no illegal connection wo ho nti wo a wonim se oye Ghana Water Company adwumayeni na why illegal connection no ka hunu say your days are numbered ona no kakra bi enche ba be tu so sa ene e ba sa na ese ubu ketem e be ma police for acho e de kwa gina court ye be you adin so asa ka ho to bi wa illegal connection bi a ene na ka hu se sabi enche kwa police for be ufie
Anyway, no see a cassia ball and I when you go so share with CTV Ghana's #1 so no follow ye on Facebook and also at my CTVGH like here now we pian share so e dey ama obi na wono so enye bi ahwe ma yen twa ye ho ne mpre so ye ba sisia
Like how water refreshes you on a hot sunny day, it takes a refreshing bath with a Life soap to feel its pleasant fragrances.
The soap I want and need at the end of every day,
leaving you with soft, smooth and fresh looking skin.
You make me feel alive, you really brighten my day, my day.
Available in lemon, coconut, rose and aloe vera fragrance. A Life soap. Feel fresh, feel alive.
Again.
Hello, thank you for calling MTN.
This is Jerry. Jolly J for short.
How may I help?
I'm not happy with you guys at all. You've been giving Bongo gifts all the time.
Who is Bongo?
Oh, Bongo, my friend. He purchased in my room.
Oh.
You've been giving free gifts, but I don't.
That's MTN rewards, sir. Talk, text, browse, and more, and you get to redeem free call time or data by simply dialing *550#. And on Fridays, you can even get extra special rewards like food vouchers, shopping discounts, and much more.
Didn't tell me anything. Would you like to know how I got the name Jolly J?
That won't be necessary, Mr. Jolly. Calling customer care service doesn't give you points.
I'm gonna call my mom. I'll call my grandma. And I'll call my ex. That girl can talk, Papa. Hello, Mama. So what's the topic for today?
MTN.
Mame na se watwen ama yato nkra aba afei de du so no dwadie ene sikasem kase bo na TCL dwumaku a woton electrical appliances ahodo na abeto dwa se wo mo ahosti West African Regional Launch dwumadie bi ewa krampompu no mantabase na dwumadie no Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel honom na dwumadie no ekoso.
We want to get the positive market share in each country. So come to Ghana at the same way. So we would like to provide, the excellent and the right way, a wide range of product to Ghana consumers. At the same time, of course, the market share, and we would like to.
Electroland has been appointed as the sole distributor for TCL in Ghana. We currently cover the whole of Ghana. We are the only distributor that cover nationwide, all the regions. And then we are making sure that TCL can reach any Ghanaian home from north to south, from west to east. Okay. TCL is a leading brand in technology, especially in TV and ACs. So we're always up to date with the latest technology. Whenever they do a launching globally, we immediately follow within less than a month to launch it here locally. And today you will see a huge range of electronics that is latest technology in all categories. TCL has positioned itself in the latest technology with affordable prices. So you can see other brands in the market, but maybe with much higher prices. So TCL can bring you the same technology, if not even better, with the lower prices and more affordable.
So we will launch all the categories of our products, but mainly from TV to air conditioner to home appliances, which is refrigerators, washing machine, freezers, and plus some very new kind of product line like the gaming monitor, like the sound bar, something like this. And even we have more and more coming, like the mobile phone, tablets, and even the kid watch. So, well, it's because we have very good partner in Ghana now. So, and Ghana is one of the most important country in West Africa. So we choose Ghana as the first start for the launch event.
So, stable. No, it's okay. Okay. I wanted to add something on what Daniel said about Ghana. It's one of the most growing country in West Africa and also stable and peaceful country. This is the most important thing for such people like us who are entrepreneurs. We can have a very long and clear visibility in the country. Maybe you want to add something about Ghana? Ghana being the big country in Africa, and it's the most organized market also. You see, all the studies showed that Ghana is going to go to hypermarkets, and you can see how the malls has opened one after the other. So being an organized market, it's an eye-opener for every brand. It's a wish for every brand to have shops in the mall and point of sales in the malls. So Ghana is very advanced in this level, and this is one of the very big reasons to choose Ghana.
Amahodo so ensem ena edu so no yenti ensimwem na US ede ne ho age eye Israel and Iran entokwa no emu wenam so ama South Africa mampeni Cyril Ramaphosa wakasa ede afa ho etrese ne ekoso no ehadwene pa.
Excellencies, 2 days ago in this very chamber I made a direct appeal: give peace a chance. That call was not heeded. Instead, the bombing of Iranian nuclear facilities by the United States marks a perilous turn in a region that is already reeling. From the outset of the crisis, I have repeatedly condemned any military escalation in the Middle East.
US forces no akotu ede ahye eye Iran wamo eye military sites mako biensa eso.
Of the Middle East must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
His leadership today has created a pivot of history that can help lead the Middle East and beyond to a future of prosperity and peace.
Kasia Bono esi kaise yes to me live on Facebook and so at my CTVGH follower na wa like friends we pia share so e de ama obi na wono so enya bi ahwe wa wetin afia wo share ye meda se ma mo share e wo Facebook e da mo ase production team ni nyina meda mo ase manye working any meeting macro.